Much like the Saints offseason, they have no news. I have no show open for you, but we got stuff to discuss. Should the Saints pay Chris Olave $1 billion like every other NFL receiver? Should you people start to be nice to me about my inability to dress? Wild questions and more. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I'm joined by Dave, Andrew. Kevin is on some horrible date, I'm sure, going very, very badly. He'd probably join us in the middle of the show when the girls scoots out the
pulls the ripcord.
Yeah, pulls the ripcord, exits out the bathroom window. On tonight's show, we're going to talk about, should the Saints pay Chris Olave $30 to $40 million, like all the other NFL receivers, like Jordan Jefferson? We're going to talk your questions, and
Jordan?
We are going to dream, fantasize, hope that the Falcons get absolutely hammered for tampering. You know, it hadn't happened yet, but it could. It's going to come down this week, Andrew. That's what all the NFL kids are saying. But before we start, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. I also want to mention about our MVP contest. If we reach $100 in donations, tonight's MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar bottle booze collection. Although it's dwindling, send me stuff. You send it, I'll drink it. I'm going to poison myself with. Consider donating with Stream Elements by typing in !donate in the chat. A link appears. Twitch takes about 50% because they like the mob. If when you use bits, this way you spend less money and it's easier to get me drunk. It's a win-win. Even Andrew uses it. The next MVP prize is our best one. I don't care what Dave says. The MVP winner each week gets entered into a drawing to go to a Saints home game with me. That's right, you, me, Section 641, watching DA and Carr. This week's booze, Andrew, that I'll be drinking if people donate enough. Rumple Mints, that's disgusting. And Magan Bitter, that's courtesy of Jan. Andrew, you did some research on that. That sounded really disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds very herbal and floral. It's got absinthe slash what was the other one? Malort. It's got kind of those description vibes.
Oh God! And, you know, only the Germans who like poop jokes, they would create something so disgusting for people to drink.
I think that's the pick. I know your peppermint schnapps is pretty strong too. So these are both solid, but I probably would start with the weird German thing.
Rumplemints is like a bad college experience for me. Remember to text to speech people. It's the best $20 you could spend on the internet. Thomas, do we have an MVP leader already?
Yes, sir, we do. Thanks to your boy Alan for subscribing for free with Twitch Prime for 23 straight months with donation message. Jeff Duncan's a host, so he's the MVP leader. Last week, Saints Rabbit won with $68.3. Let's see who's the MVP tonight.
And he said on the board, he said Hainer, so hot right now. Hainer, Zoolander reference for the kids. You know, Hainer's been tearing it up at the minicamp. What do you want? I
have a story about Jake Hainer. I might as well tell it now.
Tell us what you're drinking first, then get into your story.
I'm drinking Spindle Tap Heavy Hands like usual. I witnessed with my own eyes Jake Hainer was playing golf, and he was on a par.
Big, you know what?
He was on a par 5.
Personality.
And I told this to you guys already. I texted this to you guys, but he put it on the green, and it rolled past the hole by like an inch. On his second shot, he almost made an albatross, which would have.
We argued about that for like all day.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that term.
An albatross.
Yeah, I always thought that was just a
Albatross.
double eagle.
It's both. They're both correct.
Yeah.
Sega Genesis. When I played the Sega Genesis,
Tour Golf.
PGA
Yeah,
Tour Golf.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Okay.
And European Tour. European Tour.
What?
They have the European Tour
I don't
version.
remember that one.
They're the final authority on all things golf. Double eagle. So I mean,
anyway, as good as a quarterback that Jake Haener is, he might be a better golfer.
better go. It's not so good. He needs to work on his quarterback and then not be as good a golfer. Andrew, what are you drinking tonight?
Tito's.
Miller High Life. So I want to start here. We're just going to touch on this a little bit because I was really hoping before the show that they would announce it and we could do all kinds of jokes. Me and Thomas had stuff in the holster ready to go. But Atlanta, apparently, Schefter, like Sunday, said, hey, they're going to get blasted. I didn't see this.
I was out of town.
They're going to get blasted. The NFL is going to hammer them for tampering, for signing Kirk Cousins. They did tampering before they signed Kirk Cousins. And apparently the NFL is going to hammer them harder than they're going to hammer the Eagles about Saquon Barkley. I mean,
are they going to hammer him as bad as they're going to hammer that MLB guy for gambling?
No, he's banned for he was banned for life.
Interpreter?
Yeah.
I mean, I said
Have we thought about the possibility that the NFL might actually be doing the Falcons a favor by taking away their first round pick because they'd be saving themselves from humiliation?
That's right.
Hot take. Maybe we don't want them to take away their first. Let's leave them with their first round draft pick.
Yeah.
No, wait, I didn't see any of this. I was traveling to New York for my niece's graduation, high school. What's the deal?
Well, no, it just didn't.
They were tampering with
Kirk Cousins.
Well, what? But they before the agency period started?
Yeah, before
it kind of started that for weeks before free agency, all the headlines were like, Cousins going to the Falcons. Rumors are Cousins going to the Falcons. It was like the worst kept secret in the league when basically Cousins did not re-sign with the Vikings and he hit free agency. Everyone was like, oh, it's done. He's going to Atlanta. And obviously a lot of news leaked. So Atlanta obviously did not I don't think what they did was unique. Again, I know for a fact this happens around the league, back channeling, etc. But yeah, the Falcons
we had to create a whole tampering period because there was tampering.
The Falcons went very cavalier, very Will Wade with their recruiting of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and Cousins after he signed or agreed to it, he's like, yeah, I was talking to the training staff and I was talking to the coaches and of course Florio, being Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk, America's most hated hall monitor, was like, oh my god, that's tampering. So maybe the NFL is going to hammer him. What do we think? Obviously the most fun would be the Falcons losing a first round pick, but they're not really going to take away a first round pick. I mean, they did it to the Dolphins when they tried to get Sean Payton and Brady, but
why wouldn't they do it to the Falcons then?
I mean, would it be the most fun we've had against the Falcons since 28-3, Dave? If they lose a first round pick, or would the Jameis comeback was that more fun?
No,
I still argue that one of the most underrated things of all time, and I almost want to say it's better than 28-3. I almost think it's more humiliating, is the piped in crowd noise.
Oh yeah.
I mean that is just incredible. It's incredible that
so embarrassing.
They felt like in a dome stadium, our fans aren't loud enough. We don't have a big enough advantage that we have to simulate noise in order to help our team because we don't trust our fans to do it. So, I mean, I would love to see them lose a first round pick. It would be hilarious. But again, The Falcons, if you look at the first round picks they've taken in recent years, they haven't really, I mean, Bijan is going to be a pretty good player, I think, but he's still a running back, So the Falcons have done a pretty good job humiliating themselves when they pick, but Yeah, I mean, look, we need all the help we can get, right?
Yeah, they lost.
We got DA at coach. We got Derek Carr at quarterback. Like, yeah, help us out any way you can, please.
The NFL fined the Falcons $350,000 and took away a 2016 fifth-round draft choice, and they suspended Rich McKay for 3 months. Dave, you're from a family of lawyers. Doesn't this like make them a previous offender? So like the punishment
this is like
should be worse.
Strike. Yeah, this is. Are we on the 3 strike system?
I don't know.
That's it. If the third strike, life in prison.
Is there any chance with Sean Payton gone that the Falcons are maybe like vaulting up ahead of the Saints on the Roger Goodell like watch list here?
Shit list.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Watch list. I mean, maybe you.
And also Belichick and Brady are gone.
Nah. I mean, that's a good question, Andrew. Like who? Like because Peyton has left the Saints. Who's like number one on the list of like Roger Goodell like wants to hammer them? I mean, could be Atlanta. I mean, he does hate Sean Payton. He might just start hammering.
I mean, I gotta think with Sean Payton gone,
he's not. Well, he's gone from the Saints, but he's still in the league.
I'm sure he still hates Loomis, but you got to think like Goodell is like, I got my revenge on the Saints with the Rams, and now Drew's gone, and they're stuck with a shitty team, and like I feel like if he
Carr is punishment enough.
Yeah. I feel like he looks at the no call, and he's like, I extracted revenge there. So I wonder if Atlanta's he kind of hates them more right now.
I mean, if Atlanta losing a first round pick and then some kind of way being awful and losing, not like losing the 23rd pick, Andrew, or like the Saints when they lost 2 second round picks in 2012, 2013. Like they lose a first round pick and it's top 10. Oh my God, we will hammer them all year long into the off season. Like, oh, it'll be incredible. It'll be incredible.
I mean, it'll be hilarious to point and laugh at them, but I have to say, like, of all the things, like piping in crowd noise or like tampering has got to be one of the most lame things that the league punishes teams for.
It does.
Like, who cares?
And I feel like the league has done so much to like allow, like you said, they have the tampering window where you could do it legally. Like they've done so much to just like they don't want to have.
That's just pushed the tampering even further into the earlier. Now it's even earlier now.
I hope Thomas put a note. We might have to do a breaking news podcast behind the dumpster if Atlanta loses a first round pick. We might have to do that for the people. So the other kind of Saints thing that I want to talk about today, Dave, is all the receivers in the NFL. Like I want to say Jordan Jefferson, but that's the bad quarterback. Justin Jefferson.
They are related, I believe.
Waddle, Tyreek. Like they all are getting ridiculous contracts. Mm-hmm. And people now, and some people in our Saints Discord, we're talking about, hey, in 2 years, the Saints will have to pay Olave $30 million, and he's not really worth $30 million. Would you trade him? Would you pay him? So
is he not worth $30 million?
I mean, he's not worth $30 million now, but in 2 years, when the cap's $310 million, he might be.
He was our first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So
traded up to get him.
Like he can
trade up to get
him. We can exercise a 5th-year option.
We can. So he's got this year and 2 more years. So he's got 3 more years.
But he could also potentially hold out.
Well, no. I mean, he wouldn't hold out. They just exercise out. I mean, I don't think he wouldn't. When they don't hold out, they don't go to OTAs and they threaten. But you hold out now, they fine your ass. Like,
well,
it's like 50.
Yeah, holding out is pretty rare. Yeah.
They could do the CD Deuce thing where they hold in and they show up, they go to practice, and they just become an absolute.
Wait, what year was he drafted?
Chris Olave was 2022. It was Chris Olave 11 and Trevor Penny 18. Keep up, Dave.
2 years ago.
But what are they going to do with him? I don't know. I don't know. You don't think he's worth $30 million? He's the best wide receiver on this team right now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's the best wide receiver.
Well, first of all, like if he would get a contract next year, I would think if they tried to like negotiate ahead of the 5th year option, or they could just pick up the 5th year option.
Yeah,
but I don't know that he's worth what Justin Jefferson is making. I mean, if you compare the two, Jefferson's a guy that's had double-digit touchdowns in a single season. He's had 1,600 yards, 1,800 yards.
Right?
Matt Ryan.
How much of the donations is being put aside for Alf's black market kidney?
Damn rage! Thanks for the 28.3 donation.
All of
Becoming
it.
the new MVP leader.
all of it. It's all going to my black market kidney.
So, I don't think Olave is on Jefferson's level. And, when I think, look, it's like when you look at the quarterbacks and Carr makes $37.5 million, that sounds like a lot until you see like where he's slotted in terms of who makes what. And I mean, last time I looked, I know this changes every day. I think he was like 14th or 15th annual salary among quarterbacks. So, I would guess that Olave is not a top 5 receiver in the league. And I would probably say that his value, if we're being fair about it, is maybe on the bottom half of the top 10. Would you say that's fair, Ralph?
I would say that's fair. So that's like 26 million, 27 million.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're definitely going to have to pay him. I mean, look, if they do this a year from now, like with the way the salary cap is going, the same salary as Jefferson, might not be as big of a deal, right? So every year that we go, as the salary cap goes up, those annual numbers keep going up. So even with Jefferson, might be like the 5th richest deal in a couple of years. So
No, that's true. And I would say this too: the salary cap, they expected it to go up like 10 million. It went up like 25. I think it's going to go up another 25 million this year to like, instead of being like, they projected it like I think over the cap projected it like 260, 265. I think it's going to be like 285, 290 because they just sold 2 Christmas games to Netflix for 300 million. Like that ain't going away. Like Goodell just took over Christmas from the NBA. So like the TV money is never stopping. So like if the salary cap in 2 years, when it's time, when Olave is in his 5th year option, if the salary cap is 310 million, 10% of your cap for a top 12 wide receiver, it doesn't seem so crazy to me.
I'm not going to lie. I would trade him. I mean, that's just me. I don't think the Saints actually will, because I think he's liked in the locker room and generally thought of as, a good player. So, and the Saints have a history for the most part of paying their guys and keeping their guys. So I think they will ultimately make a deal. But, if it were me and I was running the team, Olave's a guy I'd probably trade. And the reason I say that is, again, like he's not Jefferson. If you look at him statistically, like he's barely crossing 1,000 yards. His touchdowns per year are like 4 or 5. He's not a red zone terror. He's not great after the catch. I mean, he runs tremendous routes. His hands have gotten a lot better. But I don't know, like, I think he's really good, but when you consider the Saints cap issues and, that's a guy you could probably get a 1st-round pick for if you traded him next offseason, and then you could go pick a receiver and replace him with the guy that's on a rookie deal all over again instead of spending that money. He's probably a guy I would consider moving.
Here's
I want to respond real quick. Budrich says, he's barely a top 15 receiver. I think I agree with that. I think in general, when these contracts get done, you're not really paying a guy what he's been. You're paying him what you think he's going to be. Usually it's a projection of, what you can expect from a guy. And a lot of times these 1st-round picks that produce well and they get their first big-time contract, those are always going to be overpaid. So I would expect him to get top 10 receiver money from somebody when that time comes.
Here's something I was thinking of, and this, I didn't even want to bring it up because Andrew just gets to do another victory lap about him being the undrafted rookie adopted son, dynasty king. But I was thinking this, Dave, if you're the Saints,
The sun never sets on the Jewish empire.
screw you, screw you, Thomas. I was thinking this. The Saints have a receiver, pretty good, has improved, I would say massively his first 2 years. Andrew's UDFA son, Rashid Shaheed, maybe go to him this year and pay him because he hasn't made, by NFL standards, any money. Like if you could go to him and be like,
Also
hey,
an all-pro.
and returner, right? But if you could go to him and be like, hey, Shaheed, we'll give you 4 years, $45 million right now, 4 years, $45 million, $25 million guaranteed. Like, what about that? Like, get ahead of it. Like, get ahead of this. Try to get ahead of this crazy receiver market. Because if Shaheed makes another progression, right?
I know, but that seems crazy. 4 years, $45 million. That seems crazy for Shaheed.
Well, what if he doesn't make that progression? What if he's just remains kind of like a deep threat? I mean, I don't know, Ralph. Like, I definitely would not make that investment in Shaheed right now.
Yeah.
You know, and look, I see what you're getting at because the Saints have a history of trying to say like, hey, take our deal now and get a bunch of guaranteed money. You may not get the big payday in free agency, but you're getting cash now and you don't have to risk injury that would like tank your value. But at this point, Shaheed has not shown that he has the route tree and the consistent ability to deserve that. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's certainly very fast. But
I mean, if he just ends up being what he is, 50 catches, 700 to 800 yards, and 5 touchdowns, that's a $10 million player in the NFL now. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you get ahead of it,
he's basically Devery Henderson at this point, I would say.
Yeah. You know, the other thing I wanted to touch on was, I don't know if I should have told Thomas to play it, but Derek Carr has just continued his off season. I don't even know what you would call it, Andrew. Like it's not a political campaign. It's kind of, but it's not like it's like a schmooze fest. Like Derek Carr is like everywhere. Like he's doing religious. Well, I don't know what you call it. Like not a revival, but like a prayer, like a worship service with Demario Davis. He's at schools. Like Derek Carr, he's like on a PR offensive to be like the best teammate ever this offseason. And I'm not gonna lie, Dave, like that video that the Saints posted today, it was really cool. And like I'm liking him more. I'm liking him more.
What did they post? What was it?
He was like at school, he was handing out stuff to kids. He was saying, you know, just being a good guy. His eyebrows look normal. Like, you know,
his eyebrows.
Well, it was never the eyebrows. It was the eyelashes.
Eyelashes.
Eyebrows. He's not Anthony Davis, man. Come on.
I'm just saying, like,
Ralph can't say his hair follicles right.
I'm seeing if I can find this.
I just like I'm liking him. I'm finding myself like really rooting for Derek Carr. Like he's having a good, like being a good teammate off season.
They were giving him haircuts. They got Raising Canes.
Yeah, like I mean, Raising Canes is strong.
I gotta be honest. The more I think about Carr, the less I care about anything besides his production. I kind of got hung up in that. Like the dude's got to be like all in on New Orleans. He's got to embrace the city. Does he really? And then like the religious stuff. I don't know, man. Like I'm not criticizing religion. I'm religious myself, but I don't love like seeing him putting it all out there. And I don't know. He's got a big platform. He thinks it's important. It's fine. I'm not criticizing it. That doesn't do anything for me one way or the other. So I don't know. Like, but the more I think about Carr, it's just like what is going to make or break him with the Saints. Like I feel like he's unfairly hated. And he's saddled with DA and he catches some of the strays from the DA ire. But like, I think no matter what he does, there is no recovery unless he's awesome.
Fair enough.
I see my boy Sincere was out there at this community
Yeah,
event.
I was going to say, Nola Fredo says, do you think DeMario and Cam sat him down and talked to him and told him to be a better teammate? I don't know.
Wait,
No.
they got to pick. They got, I think somebody at some point said something to Carr.
But don't you think he's always cared? Like, he's always cared.
Yeah.
Yeah, but something about him last year, like he wasn't focused on any of that. He was focused on football, and which is ironic because like it didn't seem like what the on-field product didn't seem like he was only focused on football. And now this year, I feel like he's obviously going out of his way to focus on off the field stuff. And so maybe in an ironic twist, maybe that will lead to him being a better quarterback.
Well, it's weird. It's weird. Oppenheimer mentioned the Carr hate from the fan base is not logical. Most people that hate on Carr don't know what it says. It's the Carr hate is weird. I feel like a lot of fans have
push
this
back on that one.
I feel like, Dave, a lot of fans have this perception about Carr that all his stats were in garbage time. The Saints won a bunch of meaningless games at the end of the year, and his season was empty calories. But they won, they were in playoff contention until the last week, so I wouldn't call those meaningless games. We don't play meaningless games around here, as Jim Morrow would say. But also,
interception! Matt Ryan!
Get that German booze ready, Ralph.
David Carr comeback tour.
Let's go for 28.3. We are less than 25 cruise away. Time the MVP.
Oh, wow.
Get that German booze ready.
What I was going to say.
Wait. But I'm going to let you go back to your point. But Thomas, go to the Saints Twitter account and pull up the photos they tweeted out 23 hours ago of the kids. It's from 23 hours ago. There's 4 photos of the kids. There's one. I want to show one of these photos. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah. No, I was going to say there's this idea from fans that the Saint
Actually, I'll send it to you.
I call them David.
I see them. Which one?
A lot of the games,
the one
Saints
where they're
played,
flexing,
like they were getting blown out, and it's all garbage time stats. And the Saints had a bunch of games where they lost, where they didn't lead a single solitary second. But like the Jacksonville game, even the Detroit game where they were getting their head kicked in, like they came all the way back, and Derek Carr had the ball down 6 with a chance to win before he got hurt. So like, I feel like there's this weird, when people look back at the season, they feel like he played terrible and the Saints got hammered in all these games, but they really didn't. They just had these weird games where they never led any of them.
DA?
No. Zoom in on this. Check out my man on the bottom left there.
Woo!
Check out my man on the bottom left. He was like, this is my chance. I'm showing it off. He's lifted up. Everybody else is flexing their arms, and my man
Not
on
your
the bottom
boy
left,
there.
he just pulled up his shirt and he's showing his
The DA
That
physique.
is not a 6. That is a 12.
No, that's a 12.
That is a 12 fact.
That's a case.
That is a case. He is blessed by God.
We got to figure out the name of this guy because in 10 years, 15 years, he's going to be
Making it.
I think that's a condition or
I don't
something.
think my abs looked like that when I played college tennis.
Wow.
That is incredible. That kid.
Wow.
That kid's awesome. He's awesome.
He is
cool.
He's
that kid's
blessed.
cool.
Can we offer him now talk about getting ahead of contracts? Can we offer him just like a 20-year, $1 million deal now?
Yeah, let's get him an NIL. Let's sign him to an NIL.
Get him an
deal
NIL
right now.
with Campus Connection. Get your friend.
Look at that guy. That is hilarious. That is so funny.
All right, let's be honest, Dave. Like he could probably beat the shit out of Ralph right
I
now.
would not want to. I would not want to run into that kid in a dark alley. I would not want to run into that kid in the dark alley.
Nola Fredo says his 6-pack has a 6-pack.
I know. It's crazy. That is crazy.
Wild.
That's great though.
Can I pick him as my UDFA?
He's your 2043. What is it? He's your 2040 UDFA.
That is so cool. That is funny.
So, I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Did anybody mention this on Twitter? I'm just seeing this now. I'm always late to the call.
I don't know
if anybody commented.
Thomas, screen enhance it. Do a red circle around his abs and be like, Saints, draft him now. Can he play offensive line?
Yeah, really.
Hey, my tennis team I'm coaching could use some players. I'll take that kid.
Teach him a forehand.
No,
It's
yeah.
so bad, Andrew.
No, Andrew's just looking to recruit. You always got to be. You always got to be recruiting, man.
He's like
Always
tennis
gotta-
Nick
always gotta
Saban.
ABC, always be recruiting.
That's right. Always be recruiting.
You got it.
So.
Oh, deception!
That's gotta do it.
Mark mid.
Sending you good cheers returning from Iceland heading your way soon.
Archimage,
Coming to New
20
Orleans?
for 3 and becoming the new MVP leader and breaking the...
Dude, I wonder if he's got some stuff from Iceland, some booze. I think that's what he just said, but there is some nasty stuff from Iceland.
What?
Yeah,
For
like
real?
liquor wise.
You been to Iceland? Of course you have.
I've never been, but I had a friend bring me back liquor from Iceland, and there's some nasty stuff from there.
All right. I'm just
Also,
gonna
thanks
assume.
to Guillotine RTS for subscribing for the first time with Twitch Prime.
Nice. All right, Ralph.
Contributing to
Who's
Ralph's suffering.
the MVP leader right now?
Archmage.
All right, Archmage. He's going with the nasty German stuff, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Liquor made out of herring? What the? So
Yeah, I think there's some fish, there's some dried fish.
Like
yeah. Ugh.
Space vodka? Holy shit.
This is it. God, it's so bad. It does. It's so bad. It smells like.
How does the smell compare to Malort?
Compared to Malort.
I mean, Malort tastes like a chemical spill that's hasn't been cleaned up. This smells more like you ever had like lemonade or
Yes, I've had lemonade.
like tea.
We've all had lemonade.
I've also
like
had tea.
That's gone
I've
really
also
bad.
had lemonade and tea together. It's called
That's
an
gone-
Palmer.
That's gone really. Have you ever had it that's gone really bad? Like you open
No,
the thing
why would
and
we
it-
drink? No,
Lemonade
smells-
going bad is not a concept I'm familiar with. No,
No, it's
you're
really-
kind of misfiring here, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm kind of misfiring.
Shut up and drink.
All right, here
Yeah.
we go.
Let's get the 8-year-old with 12 pack to come on the show. He would take the shot more like a man than you are.
Yo, 100%.
Oh, that was a strong one.
The problem with these bitters and the Malort is they just linger.
What do you? Yeah.
Like
What is that?
they
A Leinenkugels? What are you washing that down with?
Miller Lite. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh man, the Miller
My
Lite
chest
and the
burns like
it
gonorrhea
has
on
some
a
sort of
cheap
chemical
war.
reaction.
It's like
You know-
water after.
You remember when you
Eating
did like
something
Pop
spicy.
Rocks as a kid?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Like the
rating.
Miller
Nope.
Lite and the bitter, it did like
Like
a little
Pop
like
Rocks?
semi like Pop Rocks in my mouth. It was
I need the rating.
Mhm.
Noah Fredo wants to know what's stronger, the kid's
an-
abs or Ralph's liver.
It's a what?
My liver's
that-
fading.
that might
It's a
be
9,
pushed.
Thomas.
That might
It's
be
a
pushed.
9.
What's stronger,
nine.
that kid's abs or Ralph's grip strength?
Definitely
Oh,
the
I
kid's
messed up.
abs.
I mean, that kid's abs. Those are 1%. Like when you go to the doc, you know, when you take your kid to the doctor and they're like, he's in the upper percentile, he's in the 30th percentile of height and weight. Dude, his abs are in the upper 1% of the
Yeah.
1%.
Honestly, I think that's a
I
condition,
feel like
guys.
you need
I'm
to
not
make
sure
a
that's a
short,
condition.
Thomas. I mean, that's our show is already made, and that short is literally us talking about that kid's abs.
So I want to talk about this.
Let's not end up on some kind of list, though.
No.
Yeah.
I want to bring
Yeah.
Good point.
Maybe I should cut it out, man. Instead.
Changed my mind.
I want to bring this up. Blues fan base said this. I just bought my tickets for the Saints season home opener against the Panthers, and they were only $39 on SeatGeek. Call me ignorant, but that seems really low for a home opener against a division
You're sitting
opponent.
next to Ralph. Congratulations.
I mean, you probably are, but Dave, to the point, like I wonder.
Carolina fans don't travel right now.
No.
Like, yeah.
by the way, I was surprised by the number that that lady threw back at us for that suite for Carolina.
I was shocked.
That's a big difference. I mean, you're talking about a $20,000 difference between a preseason game and a regular season.
How much
game.
I have a feeling we'll be hearing back from her.
I agree.
The Saints preseason game. The suite is like, how much does it cost? They're like, how much you got? Like, you know.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Ralph. You were gonna ask.
Anyway, the story there was that we got really excited because we got an offer that was really like almost too good.
Not us specifically. That was a mass email that went. Well,
there was a mass email that went out for an offer for a suite, and it was like really cheap. I mean, obviously it was expensive, but like for 20 seats in a suite at the Superdome, it's like, yeah, this is really affordable, especially if you try to split it 20 ways. And so we were thinking, well, shit, let's figure out how we can get a suite for the home opener. How much more will it be?
Yeah, give the tickets to patrons and have a
spoiler alert. That died a quick death.
My dream is actually to get a suite, and then we have like we won't call it a raffle, Thomas, because Patreon will ban us. But we'll like pick winners, and like it'll be patrons. And we get so wild, we're like Animal House. We get banned from ever being in a Saints suite again because we trash it
like Rita,
Orleans, man.
like Rita Benson LeBlanc.
Yeah, like we're like The Hangover the Hangover movie in Vegas in the suite. We just trash it.
Your boy Alan says we need Mr. Juice to get us a suite.
Yeah, we need Mr. Andrew's dad to just buy us a suite.
Pull some strings. But
when's your birthday, Andrew?
Dude, it costs a freaking brand new car.
When's your birthday, Andrew?
September 22nd.
Oh, wow, right.
What's a car
I
when you
believe
can
the
afford
Saints
a
are actually
private jet?
playing the Eagles at home on my birthday.
Oh, boy, a suite would make a great birthday.
Wow,
gift.
Andrew has the same birthday as my brother-in-law, and then the day after is Sally's birthday.
You know who else was born on September 22nd?
Who?
Zach Streif.
Oh, wow. Friend of the program, current.
Same year? What year? What year were you born? What year was he born?
I think Streif is a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, probably. That sounds right.
The birthday suite.
Anyway, yeah, we're starting this hashtag birthday suite.
I mean, no, Mr. Juge.
Make sure you tag Mr. Juge in that.
Mr. Juge, you need to save up your money because we got to get Thomas in from Poland for the live show.
From Poland.
We're gonna put him to work.
Smuggled in.
We're gonna be
if Mr. Juge pays for the birthday suite, I will pay to have Ralph's suit framed at Michael's. The suit from the document.
What a trade! What a deal!
Wow,
I think
that might be too good to pass up.
I mean, you're getting a lot of value there.
Nola Fredo says cheapest seat for the Eagles game is 155 because they travel. God, are the Eagles gonna?
I mean, dude, that game. I mean, depending on how these first few games go, that Eagles game could easily be like 75% Philadelphia.
that could be one of those. I'm gonna pay for 30% of my season ticket with selling Eagles tickets. Not that I would sanction that, but
Mr. Juge says he's working on it. Let's go. Wheels are in motion. Wheels are in motion.
Calls are being made. Deals are being finalized.
By the way, Mr. Juge, if you get a birthday suite, you do get to come. Like, you are definitely invited to your own suite that you paid for.
That's so nice of you, Dave.
And a guest of your choice.
But you have to wear your Smoke Monday T-shirt.
I don't think you have to tell him to do that. I think he was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, he was definitely doing that.
Honestly, I'm going to throw in something else. It's just to sweeten the pot for the birthday suite. Custom T-shirt for Mr. Juge, whatever he wants on a shirt to wear the day of in the suite. I'm throwing that in too. Because I'm a small 2,000 square foot shop. That's right.
Nola Fredo says, imagine if Kevin finds true love at Mr. Juge's suite. That would be amazing.
Oh, my God.
That would be a story of the century.
Well, then he gets invited to the wedding, too.
Jesus Christ.
Generally speaking, there's not a lot of women at Saints happy hour events.
That is not true. That is not true.
And when they're there, they're usually dragged.
They will be at the birthday suite, man.
That is not true. We have like 15% of our patrons are women. I'll have you know.
Minus my mom.
No, when your mom counts. I mean, she's not going to fall in love with She's not going to fall in love
Hi,
with Kevin,
Mom.
but the dating pool for Kevin might be smaller. But we have women patrons.
Kevin needs to switch. It's Pride Month, after all.
And your dad says he's
he's getting his Smoke Monday t-shirt dry cleaned.
Extra starch, please.
Sausage first. Bread and Lafayette.
So, Thomas, do we have? Well, actually, before we get to trivia, the only thing I'll say to me that's been interesting at minicamp at all, besides the fact that they've already lost one injured guy, Passanio. Is that how, Andrew, you were getting on me last week? Passanio. They lost Passanio. The only thing that interests me with minicamp is I feel like Hayner's so hot right now. Hayner, I feel like just from the reports, like he's kicking Spencer Rattler's ass and he's locking down that QB2 spot, Dave. Just from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's early. We don't. Let's. We're in shorts here. We're in shorts.
Jesus,
no
Morant. Are you doing Morse? Are you Morse?
Oh, now you're here.
Yeah, you're Morse coding.
Do people hear it when they listen to the show on the actual recording? Because I listen to it in my car. I don't hear it, but I don't listen with headphones.
Come on, Dave, cut it out.
No, I want to hear. I want feedback. I want feedback.
Oh, we're getting feedback. All right.
If you're listening, exactly.
Jason Champagne, thanks for joining us. He said we need to get Kevin from the shallow end to the deep end of the dating pool.
Jesus.
I would say if Kevin would find true love at the suite, in the suite for the next year's live show, it would be it'd need to be a live show /
a wedding.
Again, I went because we were going to do this previously.
We were going to do it. That's right.
I am ordained. I can marry somebody legally.
That's right. You can
really?
And we
how's that possible?
You just have to send a check for $75 and fill out a form. And
we had that.
Do you think Kevin would be engaged to someone that would allow you to be the pastor?
If it was somebody that was good, yes, she'd probably be like, no, this is ridiculous. We're having a real wedding. Honestly, if you find somebody who's willing to let me marry them, then she's probably terrible. She's probably terrible.
Probably a bad decision.
Actually, that's not true.
We had a listener that was going to let you marry them in Vegas.
No. Honestly, that's not true. Actually, that woman would probably be great for Kevin. That's honestly probably who Kevin needs. Somebody who's go with the flow. Or I don't know. Does Kevin need somebody who's like a mom? Does Kevin need somebody who's going to like whip him into shape and tell him what to do? Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
Reverend Dave sounds like a sitcom. Pastor Dave.
He's got mommy
issues. I don't think
Kevin.
I'm not a pastor or a reverend. I don't have like an official. I don't even remember. I'm ordained under. I don't remember what it is.
Did they send you a certificate?
Yeah. I have a. I have. Do you want me to
have the certificate? Did they send you a collar?
Reverend Dave.
No, they didn't send me a collar. They sent me the certificate. They send you. I don't remember.
Did you have to take a test or just?
You need a certificate behind you next time.
No, Dave. You just had to pay money.
You need to frame it. Frame the certificate and put it behind you, Dave.
What questions would they ask you to ordain you as minister? Have you married before?
When you guys start talking again on something else, I'm gonna start. Let's see if I can find.
How often do you cheat on your wife?
Oh my God, that got dark.
And how often is too often?
My God.
ULC. Okay, here we go. I did this. Did I do this back in 2022?
No, it was. We were going to do it in Vegas, and COVID
from July 6, 2022.
Oh, was it? I thought we were going to do it when they were going to go to Vegas. And they ended up going to Vegas, but it was COVID, so they played in the empty stadium.
Yeah, this is the Universal Life Church. Life Church.
Official.
I am ordained. And you can order all the stuff.
So you need to pay $75 for that certificate.
I'm just making up a number, but it was not. It was not. There wasn't anything.
70. So, Thomas, do we have any do we have
That's impossible in Poland, by the way. That sort of thing.
Marriage?
You have to be a priest to, You can't, like, fucking pay for a certificate. Like, holy shit. That would be fucking blasphemy.
$52.47.
Yeah, that would be fucking blasphemy.
In America, Jack, money gets you whatever you want.
It was $43.98, and then with shipping and handling, it was $52.47.
Oh, wow. So, Thomas, do we have trivia? Speaking of questions,
yes, sir, we do. And before that, thanks to Saints Rabbit for donating 100 bits and possibly more incoming. So get ready, Ralph.
Wow.
All right, trivia.
Get your Rumpelmans skill skin.
Budrich said should be easy.
Ready.
So, Ralph, if you know the answer, don't say it right away. And let me load it up. Trivia for tonight, sponsored by Budrich, as always. Trivia master.
Andrew.
He asked, after what game did Olin Kreutz quit the Saints?
Before I answer this, I just have to say real quick that I noticed on the Saints, they were congratulating on their Twitter account like a number of former Saints players that were elected as finalists to the Football Hall of Fame. And there's a big list.
Oh, deception! Matt Ryan!
Why does Ralph's shirt not have a zipper?
The Saints Rabbit, 50 buckaroos!
Nice.
We're almost there, and you...
Nice.
We are so close now.
Thanks, man.
You only need $20.
So Olin Kreutz is on the list. And I commented, I was like, can we please just pretend that year with Olin Kreutz didn't happen? I literally sent that comment like 2 hours ago. So it's crazy that I'm already seeing Olin Kreutz on the show again.
Well, here I want to bring. I have no idea what game it is. It's 2011, I think, is the year. Here's my thing. I remember this, Andrew, because this was before you were like a regular.
When he got in a fight. I remember he got in a fight with Breeze. He got benched. Brian Del Puente was put in at center.
That's right. And
he never even was with the team a single game as a backup. So sorry, can you clarify? I know it was like 5 or 6 games into the season. Mm-hmm. So when you say after what game, do I need to mention the opponent, or is it like what week in the season? Like what are you looking for?
You can just say the week. We have both, but you can just say the week. I was going to
say though, Andrew, this enraged you. Like you were so. Am I remembering that wrong? But you were so mad. Like you weren't quite a regular on our podcast.
And what year?
It was like 2011.
2011.
You were enraged by this, weren't you? Like on.
I was. Well, first of all, he was elected captain, and so I just felt like for him to come to the Saints, be elected as a captain by his teammates, and then basically act really poorly, almost hit the franchise, the starting quarter, like get into a fight. Like who does that, and then the second he gets demoted, he's not like, okay, well, I'm a captain, so let me see how I can stick around and help develop these guys, help develop the guy behind me that's about to start and is a UDFA and has no experience. Like, how can I at least like contribute something? He's like, I'm out of here. And so like, I will always look at Olin Kreutz as like,
he checked out,
just like the worst Saint of all time.
See, I won't
worse than Dan Morgan.
Yes.
I mean, Dan Morgan, I respect more because like, at least he didn't owe the Saints much. He was just trying in training camp and
twice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cheat and go to Pro Football Reference and look how many starts Brian De La Puente made and just do the math and figure it out. I'm not going to do that.
Jesus Christ,
I have no idea.
I'm going to say, I think it was early in the season.
It was.
He played 5 or 6 games. So
I'm going to say week 2.
No, it was after that. I'm going to say week 5.
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was like I think it was the first month. I think it was September. I'm going to say week.
I'm trying to remember, but I feel like the way this question is being posed, it's like what game is like which opponent. And I'm going to say like it was after a Falcons game.
Yeah, I'm going to say week 4. I'm going to say it
week
was
5.
the Bears, his former team. I don't know. What is it? What is it, Thomas?
All right, Roger that. Let's see if you were right with this seemingly easy question.
Closest, I win.
Damn.
Wow.
Week 2 and week 4.
Price is Right rules, I win. Price is Right rules, I win.
Yeah, Ralph really cheated there. He really did look at the last day. He's like, oh, I'll go with week 4, and he's 1 week off. Houston. So it was week 3 was his last game. I thought he got more games in than that.
Yeah, I did too.
But
I
week
honestly
3
thought,
was his last game.
it was preseason. I remember it being ridiculously
He
early
was
and being
cooked.
Yeah, he was cooked. He sucked. He absolutely sucked. So basically, the Saints saw him for 3 weeks, and Sean Payton had enough. And the Houston Texans were the team that they played.
Wow. Yeah. That's a strong trivia question, Butter.
Yeah, I mean, Olin Kreutz is like, he really is like that. I wish we could forget.
Matt Ryan.
Jesus.
TNT knows drama, with Inside the NBA potentially leaving. Is Ralph now the biggest star on TNT?
Your boy, Alan!
Your boy! I want to say this. Bomani Jones wore shorts when he did the alternate cast on TNT, and he caught hell from Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith and Shaq. So that made me feel bad. I mean, as much as the hell I was catching, I wasn't catching hell like publicly on the actual broadcast of the documentary. They weren't making fun of my wardrobe. It was just on Twitter and you guys later. So anyway, Rumpelman.
By the way, Andrew still hasn't
Ralph.
seen. Andrew still hasn't seen you on your
the documentary.
I'm waiting for the link.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He will next week after the show.
I emailed it to you. Rumpelmints.
Terrible Saints fan, worst friend.
It's Rumpelmints is disgusting. Rumpelmints is like, to me, Rumpelmints is like the poor cousin of
Goldschlager.
like like poor cousin of like Goldschlager.
What's the alcohol
Fireball?
content? I feel like it's surprisingly high. It's a peppermint schnapps.
Let me guess.
50.
50.
No.
Wow.
Don't let me guess. Forget it.
50%.
50%, but I mean that's strong.
No.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wait, hold on. Ralph, what is the proof?
I think it's 100 proof.
100 proof, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a peppermint schnapps, but it's shockingly strong.
Yeah. I hate this. Huh?
Down the hatch. Are we doing a mailbag?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, this should be interesting.
I love it when he slaps the table. It's my favorite part.
Yeah. The suffering.
Meanwhile,
Is chasing it with Miller Lite a good idea?
When Kevin did it last week, like he quiet as a field mouse, like you never heard a darn thing.
Yeah,
just put it down and that's it.
Maybe he just toughened it up.
Less theatrics. He's more of a man.
Right.
Whatever.
Ralph is like flopping in soccer.
Kevin's liver has.
Matt Ryan.
Oh man, what are you going to drink
Andrew
next?
has a mustache like a 12-year-old.
Saints Rabbit extending his lead 28.3. Rob, give me a quick
what
rating.
What are you going to drink next? Get the boot ready. Get the Malta boot.
Go get the Malta boot.
And give me
By
a
the
quick
way,
rating before that.
what are our ratings in Malta? We haven't done a Malta update.
We haven't done a Malta update
like
in a
a
while.
year.
I need to
Can you
check.
get the Malta update, Ralph?
I can real quick. Let's go to
Rob, the meter. Quick meter.
9.
Damn, another 9. Jesus.
We're 13 in Malta, Andrew. Pathetic.
Oof.
Come on, Malta.
Oof, wow.
You know what I did though? The patron who sent us the Malta boots, I found the other ones. I've got the Malta boot that I drink on, but I got 3 other ones.
Oh shit.
Maybe at the live show we'll give one away.
Do we need to have a show that's title is Malta is the #1 country in the world, just to get back up on top?
I love you, Malta.
Yeah.
And by the way, Thomas, one of the reasons we hired you is you had a whole PowerPoint presentation. It was like 60
To get us
slides.
number one in Malta.
Get us number one in Malta. You're falling down
But
on
it
the
doesn't
job.
say keep us
Oh,
a number
you
one.
got us number. You got us number one. You're like one of those college basketball teams. They were number one for 1 week.
Yeah, by the way, in the chat, Oppenheimer, how much do I have to donate for the next drink to be rubbing alcohol?
Ooh, I like it. Wait, can you die from rubbing alcohol? What happens if you drink rubbing alcohol? Let's find out.
Rubbing alcohol and milk.
What is going to be the next shot, Ralph? Because I'm just letting you know now, like that's probably going to be happening.
Look, Andrew's looking at his phone. Looks like he might be donating.
Less than 60 for next shot.
And we're doing a mailbag, folks. We're doing a mailbag. You're going to want to be a patron so you can listen to that mailbag.
I mean,
if you're not a patron, you don't get to listen to the Trump mailbag.
I could try to. Well, I don't know if I could dig out the Malort. I could do proper number 12.
Oh, dig out the Malort.
Proper number 12, the Connor
proper
drink.
Number 12. Why do you own? Really?
Connor drink.
Yeah, Connor.
Go get something illegal. And bring it back, Ralph.
All right, I will go.
By the time you're back, it's probably going to be good to go.
Thomas, let's start the mailbag. Yeah, take it to the top. Finger guns. I'll get the drink, and you ask the first question for the people.
Yeah, no finger guns.
You did them. I don't ever do them, and Andrew's busy looking at his phone. Andrew does the Glock, the side Glock, like he's
in the hood.
What was that movie when we were kids?
Like he's in the GTA San Andreas.
I should have shaved before the show. I didn't realize my prepubescent mustache was going to be insulted.
Not like Fredo. FYI from Dr. Google.
There's a deception!
Wait.
Matt Ryan!
Andrew interrupted himself.
Drink actual piss out of the Malta boot.
Andrew 28.3. Damn. We are
I don't know if
less
that
than
came across
40.
because of the music in the background, but I said I want Ralph to drink actual piss out of the Malta boot.
Yeah, music really
Okay,
quiet.
we got a little bit of a fetish. Got it. I'm not kink. We don't kink shame on the Sins Happy Hour pod. First question. Come on, let's go.
All right, you want the first question without Ralph? All right.
Yeah, he said yes. We're not waiting for him.
First question from Jason Champagne. And he asks, oh, damn, I messed up the graphics. Wait a second. Now, who is the better pro? Left-armed Drew Brees, right-footed Morton Anderson, or toothless Bobby Aber?
I gotta admit, the toothless Bobby Aber reference I'm not familiar with. Was there did he lose a tooth or something?
Ralph
Maybe.
might know. And then
Jason,
what?
I know you're in the chat. Can you explain I'll be honest, I'm out of the loop. I don't know what the toothless Bobby Aber thing is.
It's a good question too, by the way. But when did Morton Anderson kick right-footed?
He doesn't. The joke is that Breeze is now throws left-handed.
Oh, none of them.
Throwing a dime.
I mean, the
idea is Morton kicking with a right foot.
Toothless Bobby Aber. He got concussed against Tampa, and I remember him picking up his teeth on the field. So is that what you mean? Or I don't know. I'm not in New Orleans, so I don't watch sports talker.
All right. Well,
is he toothless now?
What's the point of picking up your lost teeth? What are you going to do with those? They can't put those back.
Maybe
it's not an appendix. No, I don't think.
He got his teeth knocked out. All right. Well, Bobby Aber is never the answer when the question is who's the better pro. He's always at the bottom of the list. Period. End of story.
That's right.
I'm going with Drew. I mean, look, Morton Anderson was an awesome kicker. I'm sure he could kick right-footed and probably kick ass at it, but Drew is a maniac.
Doesn't he bat left-handed when he does those baseball things? Does he bat left-handed?
Yeah.
Or I remember at least once he did.
He can throw 30 yards left-handed on a dime.
No, I remember I don't know if he normally hits left.
I think
left-handed.
Batting's different.
No, but I know it's not though, because it's all you're
you
just
know
so
how many,
goddamn athletic.
You know how many right-handers are left-handed in baseball? Come on, man.
I don't know, but I'm not, okay? And I don't do anything left-handed.
The point is he's ambidextrous. The point is, like, the dude's already good at pickleball. He's good. He beat Andy Roddick when he played tennis. Like, dude is good at everything he tries. And I don't know if you guys remember, like, he did he went on, I think it was the Today Show, and they were like dropping plates that were moving, like off a balcony. He would throw a football and he would hit them like they were clay pigeons, and he was shooting a gun. It was unbelievable.
Well, then there was that sports science thing.
He did like a diaper commercial.
He was one of those, and he like aced everything. I mean, it's insane. Like he's a cyborg. So
like we all had, I think when we were in high school, I think we all had that one kid who was like way athletic and just so far above everybody else. And like, that's Drew Brees. But like if Drew Brees went to a high school of all of those athletic kids from all of our high schools, Drew would be the athletic kid among all the athletic kids.
I feel like
I thought there was like one of those charity softball events where he hit left-handed and right-handed, and he was like hitting home runs like from both sides of the plate.
I feel like Drew Brees at 2020, after 2020, if he would have been like, my arm is shot, but I still want to play. I'm going to play left-handed. I just need the offseason to get ready. I'll be ready to throw left-handed week 1, I promise. We'd have been like, it's cool. Like, Jameis, sorry. Taysom, sorry. We're going with Drew left-handed. Like, I feel like that's where I would have been.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm like barely kidding here. Like, take another year or two to work on this, Drew, and like we'll take you at 46, whatever you are in a couple of years. Like, if you're good to go with throwing lefty, like, let's go.
Sean Payton might in Denver, and when Bo Nix fails. Thomas, what's next?
Okay, next question.
How far are we away from Malort?
Less than
$40.
$40.
All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna
around 28.3.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go get another beer because if I gotta drink the Malort, I gotta have something good to wash it down with.
All right.
I gotta give you credit here, Ralph. Like, for you to go get Malort as a possible third shot is
yeah.
But one thing
That's
the one exception I gotta make. I gotta have something to wash it down.
Yeah, no, we'll grant you that. It's fair. Yeah.
I mean, you will be puking, so
you could wash it down with your puke.
All right. Ralph is gonna miss a Monadula question. He asks Andrew.
This is for Andrew.
Is he really missing it though?
For Andrew. He asks, who's worse, Saints fans or the French in general, but specifically Roland Garros?
Yeah, the French Open is going on right now. I really appreciate. I forget who's our British friend. I forget who. I think it was him who said it in the Discord. It might have been someone else though.
Bruce.
Someone in the Discord said the answer is the French. It's always the French. Was it Bruce?
Probably Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, he said the answer is the French. It's always the French. I like that. I'm always here for French slander, and Saints fans have been annoying lately, with this whole Jameis thing and then DA and all that. So like, it's been frustrating being a Saints fan. So of course, like there's the vitriol online, but Saints fans are awesome, man. Like, yeah, we fight, we argue, but like at the end of the day, Saints fans are amongst the most passionate bunch that exists, and our dedication to our football team is like no one else, like no other city. There's no other city that like it's culturally embedded in the fabric where like fleur-de-lis are everywhere and it's synonymous with. I just think that, I mean, how many people in big cities don't give a shit about the football team? In New Orleans, I would say it's like 1%. So, yeah, it's the French.
Why do they play on the clay? My son was asking me that the other day when it was on. He's like, why do they play on clay?
I don't know. They always have.
That's just
It's a European thing.
I got Jack and
Stupid
Coke.
question.
I didn't.
Stupid question.
I didn't have any Calypso lemonade, Dave, so I did Jack and Coke.
So you're gonna wash down a third shot of Malort with Jack and Coke. Very refreshing. Jack and Coke.
I will say this about the Brits. They love to hose the French and insult them and then tell everyone how much they hate the French. But then whenever they get a vacation, they go to France because it doesn't rain all day, every day. They have much better food. British food is crap. And they have better beaches. So, I'll say that about the Brits. They love to insult the French until it's time for vacation, and then they visit France.
I mean, I went to London for 2 days. Their food was disgusting. They have
good Indian food.
They chop up tomatoes and put them on a breakfast. Like, it's disgusting.
Like the average pub food in England is absolutely awful. And yes, there's a lot of Indian cuisine.
Yeah, they're Indian.
There's a big Indian influence, obviously, and their Indian food is really good actually. But everything else, just the average food in England, the quality.
The only thing I had that was good in England was I had a bacon and hard-boiled egg sandwich. It was really good. That bacon was like candied or something. I don't know. It was awesome.
I mean, like any city though, London has amazing restaurants if you're willing to pony up. And
can you get Mexican food? Can you get Mexican food in England?
I'm sure.
It's a large city, one of the biggest cities in Europe.
And when we went to Paris, Max saw a Mexican restaurant. He's like, "Let's eat at the Mexican restaurant." And my wife was like, "Absolutely not." I was like, I kind of want to. She's like, "Absolutely not. We're in Paris. We're not eating at the Mexican restaurant." But I'm not going to lie. I kind of wanted to. Thomas, what's next?
Wait, this has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've been talking about, but I was just thinking about it.
The Morans?
Yeah, maybe. I just started, and I know that's been on for 2 years or maybe longer. I just started watching Your Honor with Bryan Cranston, which takes place in New Orleans.
So good.
Good. I'm like halfway, maybe a little more halfway through the first season.
Freaking awesome, and there's so much New Orleans.
Great show. Yeah, great show. New Orleans it's not about New Orleans. It just takes place in New Orleans. It's not like Treme, where New Orleans tried to be the main character, but there is a lot of New Orleans to it. And once I get over the geography of it all, how he says he's going to go to work to Tulane Avenue from the Garden District and somehow crosses the Crescent City connection. I'm not sure how that happens. Once you can if you can put that out of your mind. I think it's a great show.
They need you should have been the New Orleans consultant, and they would have done that. You'd have been like, you can't.
No, I don't. Surely they know that. It's just for reasons, aesthetic reasons and
dramatic purposes.
It is what it is. But
everyone that listens to this show should watch Your Honor.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If you're a Saints fan, if you're into New Orleans, definitely watch Your Honor. It's great to see.
There's no Saints. I mean, just to be clear, there's no Saints in it. There's no football really, but
there is a little bit of LSU. There's one thing where the guy's, I don't know, he's watching the LSU game on a Saturday or whatever.
Right.
I'm just saying we're $30-something away.
28-3. We're 28-3 away.
How many questions we got left, Thomas? These people need to make this happen.
Next question.
2 questions left.
Come on, people.
Let's go. Let's make Ralph drink some Malort.
Let's go. Come on.
All right. Next question from Nole Fredo. He asks, you can damn one NFL team, obviously not the Falcons, with bad QB play for the next decade. What team do you choose? Come on, guys.
Well, I don't need to pick the Falcons because they may have damned themselves with bad QB play for the next
decade. And you don't have to pick Carolina either because they have Bryce Young.
Right.
Is that why they drafted Penix? They were like, guys, we might not have a first-round pick ever again.
That's what they said. I hadn't thought about that. But they did say their reason for drafting Penix at the time, the way they were trying to spin it was that oh, we're going to be good. We're never going to be drafting
This
in the
high,
top
yeah.
10 ever again. Yeah, we're going to be drafting 32 for the next few years.
I'll tell you who I'm going to pick. It's funny. My dad just put in the chat the Bucks, and I have long hated Baker Mayfield. You know this, Ralph. One of my least favorite players in the league, and even before he came to the NFC South. So I would get a lot of pleasure out of watching the Bucks get this, but I think the answer is the Packers.
Yes.
Like how they pivot from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers,
that's Michael Pratt.
and now Jordan Love looks like he's going to be freaking awesome. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I want a decade of pathetic quarterback play. They've earned it. They're due. The time is now. Like, I want the Packers to suffer through absolute horror at that position for 10 years.
I think the funniest answer would be the Bears, because I think if Caleb Williams isn't any good and they have another 10 years of horrible quarterback play, their entire organization's history of quarterback play is basically horrible. Like, I think it would break their fan base. It would be hilarious. And their fans are so obnoxious about how they've been so smart and they managed the cap and they did all these trades and we're amazing and we're going to have a decade. It's going to be a decade of Bears dominance. It's amazing. Like, for Caleb Williams to be terrible and the Bears to just remain irrelevant would be hilarious, and it would warm my heart. But the Packers is a good choice. It is. Not going to lie.
A curveball could be the Chiefs too.
Oh,
because I just feel like with Mahomes, they're in the mix to win it all every year, and the league would have a little bit more parity if,
Cowboys being terrible for a decade at quarterback and Jerry Jones staying alive for all of it would be really funny.
What about Denver?
I mean, it'd be funny at first, but then Sean Payton would get fired, and you wouldn't give Denver a second thought.
I'm tempted to pick the Rams here.
Ooh,
The Rams crossed my mind.
Yeah,
guys, come on, we need one more 28-3 donation.
All right, what's next?
We got one question left.
One at a time.
Drink this
my lord,
bottle of Malort before we got to record this mailbag.
I mean, any amount helps. If you want to donate 10, and that
right,
gets us
2
closer.
people donating $10. That gets us close.
Ooh, Jason,
full primers.
If you're if you don't have a lot of money and you're making a decision between eating tomorrow or donating, I say donate.
That's right.
I say donate.
Dave.
I mean,
it's more important than you eating tomorrow and you feeding your family.
You can go a little hungry, and I can get shit faced for a mailbag episode.
Yeah, you got 4 kids, starving kids. I don't care.
Just
let's get Ralph.
Buy a Happy Meal.
It's a little more than 20 points free, by the way, but
yeah. So what do we got?
So extra question from the chat, from your boy Alan. Which host would be most likely to cover up a vehicular homicide? Your Honor style.
Like the judge.
That's the Your Honor.
Your Honor for your Honor.
Most likely to cover up, probably Kevin, right?
I mean, I don't think
if it's in New Orleans, I think I have the best chance because I think I have the most connections. I could maybe. I
don't think I'm capable. I think I could try, but I'm really bad at details. I think it would go badly for me. I don't think I could. I mean, I would love to try, but I don't think I'm capable.
Your handicap is
like I have a hole, like the cerebral palsy, Dave. I have a hole in my brain. Like I could barely host this show.
What is that true? Is that how that works?
Cerebral palsy. You got there's a spot in your brain, and that's why your part of your body doesn't work.
It's harder for you to get a concussion. At least.
And when my brain's all pickled from all these
honestly, if I feel like out of the 3 of us, the situation in the show is probably closest to Andrew. Andrew's got his dad. Andrew hit somebody with his car, and Andrew's dad, he's a fancy lawyer.
That's probably already happened.
He knows he's not a judge, but he knows judges, I'm sure. And then so he could get him out. I'm going to go with Andrew on this one.
Yeah, I think Andrew's the right answer.
I would never hit someone and flee the scene.
I don't know. Are you sure?
That's-
like,
that's
it's
the
not
official
intentionally.
It's gonna be your life in jail, or
Yeah, but you could be like, it was dark in Charlottesville. I thought it was a deer. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, saying.
Terrible.
What's next?
You were
Thomas?
having 10 Malots.
What if you hit Derek Carr with your? What if you hit Derek Carr with your car? Do you leave the scene or do you?
They might make a statue of me.
They might.
You might get
What's
elected or something.
Thomas? What's the last question?
While we wait for Mr.
All right,
Juice to
final
make his-
question from
Running
the
out
current
of time, people. Tick, tick, tick. Go.
Final question from the current MVP leader, Saints.
Interception! Matt Ryan! 40 bucks!
Ralph might need PTO tomorrow. Let's go.
There it is, 40 bucks, not from Andrew Dye, but from your boy Alan.
Interception! Matt Ryan!
Wow.
Ralph will need serious assistance soon.
Damn, and Andrew's dad.
Sally,
Jesus.
clear out a path to the door to the bedroom. I'll just black out later.
What time you got to wake up tomorrow? In Chicago?
5:45, Dave.
No, really?
Yeah,
Why?
because I get to work at 7, so I can leave early, pick up my
Well,
kid.
why
from
don't you make your Wednesdays the day that you work from home?
That probably would have been an advisable audible to do. Maybe I'll think about that during
like 5 years ago.
like 5 years
like
ago.
the thought never crossed your mind. Like, hey, maybe if I can set my own hours, maybe Wednesday should be the day that I work from home.
Yeah. That's
cerebral palsy. Must be
it
that's
probably is.
on your
Like,
brain.
yeah. So let me drink the.
Where is it, Kevin? By the way, he said he was 8:30. He said he was going to join us.
Yeah, the date must be going well.
No.
That's right. All right, I gotta drink this.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Mm.
Kevin Jr. on the way.
It's going to be an
I like that sound by Kevin Jr. T-shirt.
Thomas, send me the questions for the mailbag because
I
I'm going
will
to
later. I will.
You may have to.
I'm probably going to have to fly this plane.
You have to fly it, land it, all of it. Hopefully, it's not a Boeing. All right, here we go. We're gonna preview that bitch, and I'm gonna be drunk as fuck.
Oh, that gulp.
I like how he took just a deep breath there.
I mean, it's Malort,
we didn't get the table slap that time. I think he's
He's too
defeated.
weak for all them. He's contemplating puking.
I
I think he's defeated.
I think right now he's thinking like, what has my life become?
Yeah,
like,
that's
How
right.
did I get? How did I get here?
Fuck.
And there he goes, chasing
there
it with a little Jack and Coke.
Washing it down with the always thirst quenching Jack. There's not a Gatorade to be found in the Malboro household.
No.
Is it a 9?
Malort it's a 9. And I want to say this. I was reading an article about how Chicago is going to go bankrupt, and they deserve. Yeah, and they deserve to go bankrupt for creating Malort. Oh. That is
Malort is
Chicago
something
going
else.
bankrupt before New Orleans. I did not have on my bingo card.
Oh, God, Malort is so terrible. Thanks, everybody, for donating. It's amazing that y'all do this.
Thanks, Mr. Juge.
I haven't been this drunk for
Looking
a show.
forward to seeing you in the birthday suite.
I haven't been this drunk during a show since the live show, Dave. I don't think.
Okay.
Like I was pretty drunk during the live show. And the thing is, the live show, I even had somebody sent me, they had a Big Mac to like soak up the booze.
Yeah, you need a Big Mac right now.
Somebody order Ralph a Big Mac.
That's right. That's right.
So, don't, it won't get here before we wrap up. Thomas, do we have any more questions?
Yeah, we have one final question from the current MVP. It's pretty hot at the top. Saints Rabbit 79. Your boy Alan second place 61. So it's not that hard to take the
Your boy
Wait,
Alan,
how far are we from a fourth shot?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know.
We don't
We're at
usually do that.
314. Wow.
We're over the 283.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, magical number.
Yeah. I don't think we have time to get there.
I don't think you have time.
How
But
should
if
I
you
say
get-
it?
But if you get to 350,
You know, I can say it at 315 and we'll get it. It all depends where I said it.
90 cents. We just need 90 cents.
90
Get
cents,
it to $350. I'll do another shot of Malort.
Oh,
When
shit.
are we-
350? All right.
Jesus.
The show's over.
No,
Oh,
he's
we
got
just
one more
said it,
question.
350.
So we're 36
Jesus.
Does
bucks
he?
away.
All right, come on.
Another
Last
shot
question.
of Malort.
Last question.
Last question, Thomas.
350.
Go.
Wait, what do you have
There
to
it
drink?
I'll drink another shot of Malort. I'm not.
You have another Malort?
How many Malorts do you have?
How many Malorts do you have?
They sent me a 6-pack.
Oh my God. You
Sponsored
can buy
by
them at the
Malort.
store here. You can buy them
Welcome,
in the
Saints
store
Happy
here in the
Hour.
world.
Sponsored by Malort.
I'm tempted to drop 36 bucks on this.
Do
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
Do it. I'm doing a mailbag with him after this.
Yeah,
And he has to wake up at 5:45.
He will
What's
drink
the-
water, guys. He will drink water.
What? No, I won't.
350 for water.
What's the last question, Thomas?
I feel like I need
Jesus.
to look out for Ralph here.
We
I
want him
don't know.
alive.
I don't know.
He will drink water. 350 for water. All right, final question from the current MVP leader, Saint Rabbit. What would you like to see the punishment to be for the Falcons tampering? Wrong answers only.
Falcons players have to operate the Chick-fil-A in the stadium on game days.
Who plays then?
I don't know. I don't care. That's not my problem.
They have to stop the fake nose.
Jason Champagne says reporting for work tomorrow. Ralph Malort, bro.
Jesus, Jason Champagne. Legend.
Put it on a t-shirt. Ralph Malort, bro. Put it.
Yeah, that's a Saints Happy Hour T-shirt right there. Ralph Malort, bro. Oh, that's so good.
Make it another
That is-
tier, Thomas.
That is well done, Jason Champagne.
Wrong. I would
We'll
say
send you your cut, Jason Champagne, from the sales.
the punishment for the Falcons is they have to explain why they didn't hire Bill Belichick.
They have to pump in classical music during their games instead of crowd noise.
Ooh, I like this from Oppenheimer. The Falcons have to start their backup QB against division rivals. I like that.
Who's their backup QB? Is that Penix? Is it
No, yeah,
automatically
actually, that's a
Penix?
good question. Yeah,
It's Heineken.
Oh,
No,
Taylor Heineke.
he's gone. He's gone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they have to bring back Michael Vick.
Jesus.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Maybe they retire Michael Vick's number. Like they have to.
No, I know what it is. Before every game,
They have to hire Arthur Smith again.
before every game, they have to pay the,
Ooh,
pay the
throwing
Patriots.
interception!
Oh my god!
Matt Ryan!
Who is this? Oh, Wendell Cavaliers.
Falcons.
Wendell
Cavalier just donated 36 bucks, Ralph. Oh my god, you have to go get another Malort.
Wow!
Ralph, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, you
Oh wow.
did. Yeah, you did. Thank you, Wendell.
Go
Cavalier.
get it.
Yep.
That's what you get for setting the
He
bar low.
said 350. A deal's a deal.
Yeah,
Wendell
that's what you
at
get
the
for setting the
buzzer.
bar low, man. Come on.
Now, do you guys stay live for the post game?
No.
No.
Do we? No, we're not.
No.
Okay.
Jesus, Wendell Cavalier.
Well, if you're a patron,
legend.
you're going to want to listen to that show. Because
Oh,
36
yeah,
buckaroos.
you're gonna want to listen. You're definitely gonna want to listen to that. All right, are we done? Can we end with Ralph doing the shot?
We kind of can, yeah.
Yeah, let's play the outro music while he's right as he finishes the shot and gives his.
I will
rating.
do the roll call while Ralph is
Yeah, do that.
yeah, go ahead and do that.
getting the shot. Thanks everyone who donated. It was a team effort. So many different donators.
No, the
4
best.
donation goals. We are on let me check, 44-week donation goal streak. Thanks to Guillotine RTS, thanks to Nolly Fredo, to Jason Champagne, to Andrew's dad, to Andrew himself, to Hudat Golfer, to Rage, to Arkmich, to Wendell Cavalier again, to your boy Allen, and to the MVP for the second time this off season, who is the one only Saints Rabbit with 79 points. Free Buccaneers. Congratulations. Ross suffering already.
Yeah, the donations are out of control today. Seriously, thank you.
Yeah. These
And
donations.
I have to say, it's not even like this is like the doldrums of the off season. Like, there's nothing to be that excited about, and you guys show up, you support us.
Except for Rob drinking.
Can you imagine, Thomas, when we get the capabilities that we're working on, where we can do the live stream on like Twitch and Twitter and YouTube all at once? I might die if the Saints are winning during the season.
Maybe we shouldn't do it then.
I'll be like Mr. Beast if he just drank.
Sure.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
All right, Ralph. Here we go.
Ooh, I gotta get.
If we don't get a table slap here, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Table slap.
All right, I gotta get.
At this point, the table slap might come from his head.
Yeah.
My wife is like,
Oh, we heard.
We got it.
We'll see.
Mr. Cripple. Your boy, Alan. You're not going to be Mr. Beast. Mentally sick.
Ugh, gross.
I had to force that.
All right, let's go. We're out of here.
Oh,
Thank you guys. Love you. Good night.
I had to force that one back. So Thomas, you did the recap while I was gone.
Yep.
We're done.
What's the number, Ralph?
What do you mean? What's the number?
What's the rating?
10. It's Malort. It's disgusting. Oh God.
Also, Saints Rabbit, make sure to message me with what Ralph should put on his whiteboard next week.
Ralph is.
Unless you want it to stay the same.
I think Ralph Malort bro needs to be on there.
I think it should be a picture of that kid's abs.
Damn, how good can you draw, Ralph?
No, we'll just print it out.
Listen, thanks to everybody for listening, supporting Saints Happy Hour. Go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, support the show. We can't do it with without any of you guys. It's amazing. I'm so just drunk. I can't believe we got to do a mailbag after this, Dave. Thanks to Dave, Andrew. Kevin didn't show up, but we love him anyway. Thomas, the best producer in the world, running the show in Poland. Remember, kids, if you're going to do I can't even. I'm done. So, thanks for supporting us. I'm cooked. I don't even know. Until next time, the bar is closed. What do you want from me? I did 4 shots.